I, I've been thinking a lot about the coronavirus, and I'm thinking about how it's causing a lot of companies to shrink their activities, to slow down without really wanting to slow down. Some may even have to close down. Some may even have to restrict access to their offices. And I'm thinking this is a point at which technology should be able to do something. We've had all these technologies over the years that allow us to work remotely, that allow us to communicate even if we're not all in the same place, that allow us to share and collaborate on documents, on projects. Very few projects cannot be done online. It's only things that physically require you to be there, like carers or delivery people or logistics or fashion, but other people can easily work online. And I wondered, are we using the tools from Microsoft to Google to Facebook to, there's so many. There are so many group tools that we could be using at this point. Even for education, there are platforms such as Microsoft Teams, OneNote, there's Google School, there is I don't know, there's so many. I can't even begin to list them all. There's Yammer for communication. There is WhatsApp. There is Skype. All these tools, this is the time for them to come into their own. This is the time for us to actually invest in using them. And guess what? The real cool thing about them is a lot of them are free for you to try. Some are even free. So small businesses, you could start thinking along this platform. Because if the coronavirus in the UK anyway takes off, it may mean another 2 months whereby we're stuck. We may have restricted movement, and we need to start being more strategic. We need to start thinking ahead and planning ahead and adopting these tools as much as possible. Where your business can't allow it, obviously you have to think out of the box even more. But where you can, this is a time for us to adopt as many online tools, as many remote working tools, as many collaboration tools, communication tools that we can, free and paid for. But we must remember we should try and be secure. But this is the time for us to really push the boundaries on these tools and try them out. I know it's terrible to have this virus running around, but at the same time, there's nothing much we can do except try and push the boundaries on our innovation and use the tools that have not yet been tried and tested to the limit and push them to their limits and beyond if necessary, so that we can actually continue to operate in some fashion. This is YJ looking at Tech for Life. Bye.